Hello again and welcome to the Larry Shyatt Show, presented by Union Wireless. Well, it was a big week for the Cowboys and another big week coming up, that's for sure. But last time out, the Cowboys right here on this floor on Saturday afternoon took care of San Jose State, the Spartans. Not a lot to go on in preparation for this game. I know you had some film, but these two teams hadn't played since '97. I know that doesn't mean a whole lot right now, but this was a big win for the Cowboys, Coach.
Well, it was a big win. It was important for our student body because they were back and our guys were back in school. We had a great crowd. I think they helped us a lot. And San Jose's a tough out. It's been a tough out for CSU and New Mexico and Nevada, everybody they played. And they were a tough out for us because they stretch your defense with the three-point shooting, and then they become a pretty dangerous driving team. Our guys stood the test. Our guys played solid defense, did a good job on the defensive boards until the last 2 minutes, and we made just enough to separate with about 5 minutes to play.
Yeah, let's go back and talk about that defense, can we? My goodness, the Cowboy defense was spectacular in this game. And really, back-to-back games against high-scoring teams. The Pokes, I thought, kicked it up a notch, and we really saw how effective this Cowboy defense can be.
I think our team realizes our margin of error is narrow, and they know that they have to complete an edge every game defensively, and they've been consistent on the road, at home, elite team, somebody not well thought of publicly, but you know what? The common denominator is people struggle to make 58, 60 points, and that's a good thing because at times we struggle on the other end.
Yeah, Coach, you mentioned the crowd. The home crowd on Saturday afternoon was special. Really got loud and supported the Cowboys quite a bit, and as you said, I thought that really helped the Cowboys along down the stretch.
I am certain it helped them. I could hear the gossip in the locker room. Our players enjoy that, they need that, and hopefully they earn that down the road by playing hard, playing together, and playing smart.
Well, the Cowboys picked up their 11th win of the season. They evened up their conference record with that win over San Jose State. Stay with us. We have more to come here on the Larry Shyatt Show. We'll take a break. More after this.
But Washington comes up with 2 seconds to Adams with 1 second. Got it for 3. Josh Adams at the buzzer.
Wow, Cowboys are getting good at the buzzer, aren't they?
Smartphones, your connection to the world. The possibilities are unlimited, and your plan should be too. With Unlimited Cube from Union Wireless, get talk, text, and high-speed data without limits. Only from Union Wireless.
Welcome back, everybody, and welcome to our segment where we talk to a Cowboy player. Today, our guest is Nathan Sobey, all the way from Australia. How long has it been since you've been back home?
I was home in June, from May to June, yeah.
You know, when I was over there, I couldn't get used to driving on the wrong side of the road or Vegemite. And as long as I tried to get to the Vegemite, I didn't like it. What did you have the most difficulty with adjusting to this country?
Just the culture, really. It's not too much different apart from the food and stuff, but just getting used to different people, the way they slang talk and all that kind of stuff. So.
And of course, I suppose that's similar to the game itself. It was probably an adjustment for you, but you appear right now, at least to me, that you've become very comfortable in what your role is here for the Cowboys. Is that true, and what is that role?
Yeah, I'm just doing whatever the team needs me to do, making cuts to the basket, getting fouls, and playing defense most of all. That's my main role. And yeah, I've adjusted. I think I've adjusted, and we're starting to get a lot better as a team in that. So,
where did you get your work ethic? Because you are one of the harder workers on the team.
My mom and dad raised me to just always try my hardest in everything I did, and it's just gradually moved on through everything I've done so far. So,
do they get over to see And when do they come over?
They came over last year around right now, actually, until mid-February. So hopefully they come over around conference tournament time this year. So.
When your basketball's over, Nathan, what do you want to do? And do you want to do it in this country? Do you want to do it in your home country?
I don't know yet. I haven't really fully made up my mind. Probably head back to Australia for a little bit and weigh out my options, and hopefully keep playing for a little bit. But once it's finished, maybe get into coaching or something like that.
Okay, Nathan Sobey with us today. Stay tuned. Dave Walsh will be right back with the scouting report.
When you book at flyfrontier.com, you get great stuff.
Like exclusive fares, more miles,
a free carry-on.
You even get to pick your seat.
And everyone likes to pick their seat.
I know I do. Once I picked my seat right smack dab in the middle of...
Stop!
Grizz, we're talking about picking your seat on the plane.
Wait, you pick your seat on the plane? Now that's disgusting.
Get more perks, lower fees, and a free carry-on. Book today at flyfrontier.com.
And welcome back to the Larry Shyatt Show, presented by Union Wireless. Well, it's a big week of conference action for the Wyoming Cowboys. One at home, one on the road. It starts with that roadie at Colorado Springs when the Cowboys take on the Air Force Academy Falcons. Then home here on Saturday against Nevada. Command performance, I guess you could say, in the Nevada-Wyoming game. Second time around for those two teams. And we're here to visit about those two big games with a couple of Cowboy assistant coaches. Alan Edwards is with us and Jeremy Shyatt along for the ride. They do all the scouting here and get the Cowboys ready for these opponents. And Coach, I think we'll start with you. Coach Edwards has the Air Force scout. It's a different, they go about things differently, don't they? It makes it a very interesting matchup when you play the Air Force Academy Falcons.
It does because of the Princeton system. Most teams that go throughout their defensive plan has to adjust because of their style of play with so many back cuts, flare screens, slip screens, things of that nature. So we kind of have to go against what we teach our guys on a daily basis.
Yeah, and you'll just see it ever so often. I know the Denver game gave the Cowboys a little bit of a glimpse of what we might see against Air Force, huh?
Yeah, some of the same actions. Like I said, obviously a favorite call of theirs is chin, back screen, flare screen, but I think this staff has done a great job with losing so many guys off their team from last year, but it doesn't seem like they've missed a beat.
Absolutely. The Falcons were picked in the pre-conference polls to finish kind of down in the league, and here they've gotten a couple of very big wins already here in conference play.
Yeah, I got a good one at home against Utah State and on the road at UNLV. And obviously against San Jose State as well. So this team is playing with a lot of confidence right now.
Big game for the Cowboys. That's Wednesday night when the Cowboys travel to Colorado Springs, 7 o'clock the tap time, Cowboys and the Falcons. And Coach Shyatt, later, I know it's unfair to look ahead. I know you hate doing this, but I know that you've probably already looked at some film and looked at that game the Cowboys played at Nevada a few weeks ago. I know there's a lot of good stuff there. But what about the Wolfpack? They're another team, it seems, like Air Force, that wasn't all that highly thought of before the season began, but yep, they have come out very strong.
Well, Nevada's played as well as anybody in the conference to this point. You know, they're 4-1. They've done it at home and on the road. And I think that, going into the game, it definitely starts with Deontay Burton. They went on the road after our game and won on the road at a tough UNLV place, and he put the whole team on his back and had 29 points and was just phenomenal. I think one thing that we definitely need to do a better job of, second chance points. In the first game against Nevada, it was a very, very slim margin for error. It came down to the final seconds, and they have a kid that just got eligible for the second half of the year that played one of his first games against us, A.J. West, who had 12 points and 12 rebounds. And so I think that especially coming back on our home floor, Josh Adams did a great job of focusing on stopping Burton, but I think that as a team, we need to do a better job of gang rebounding with all 5 guys and keeping them off the offensive glass.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to get a team so soon into your schedule for the second time, isn't it? Does that help you prepare, or does it really make a difference?
You know, I don't think it's a huge difference. Obviously, you know, when you play a team in a span of 3 weeks, there's not a ton of new stuff that they're doing. But like we tell our guys, once you get into league play, there are no secrets anymore, and everybody kind of knows what each other does. But I think it's just going to come down to, you know, our guys having a level of toughness and getting stops down the stretch when we need to. And they were pretty focused and locked in the first time we played.
Well, there's some of what you need to know about the Air Force Academy Falcons and the Nevada Wolfpack. Those two teams coming up on the Cowboys schedule this week. Many thanks to Coach Alan Edwards and Coach Jeremy Shyatt for giving us their scouting reports on those two. Stay with us. We have more on the Larry Shyatt Show, presented by Union Wireless. We've got more coming right back at you. Welcome back to the Larry Shyatt Show. It's all presented by Union Wireless, and there's a big week coming up for the Cowboys. I think they're all pretty big from here on out, Coach. You get a couple of conference games a week, I think, for the most part, for the rest of the season. Starts Wednesday night when the Cowboys travel to John Clune Arena down in Colorado Springs. That's always a tough out, and the week starts with that game Wednesday night against the Air Force Academy. What about the Falcons?
Continues to be a tough out. A terrific Utah State team they've beaten there. They went into Vegas and won. This is an outstanding Air Force team that attacks you at both ends, and a little quicker than many of the Air Force teams in the past. A tall order for us, but we've had some success on the road, not only winning, but playing really well. So I look for our team to come out with a readiness and an edge that they'll need.
Yeah, you say they're a tough out. They're just a little different. I mean, they go about things a little bit differently than most opponents you'll see.
Well, Air Force runs the Princeton system, but they sort of do it on roller skates because they're coming at you quickly, quicker than the past. Similar to us, lost a lot. It was thought of with Martinez gone, Gilmore gone, Leonard gone. What will this look like? And I think our guys have risen to the occasion. Air Force has done the same. They lost 4 very solid starters and picked the pace up 3 weeks ago with some really big upsets.
Yeah, that's a big game coming up Wednesday night, 7 o'clock the tap time down in Colorado Springs. And then on Saturday, the Cowboys come right back home to this great place, the Arena Auditorium, to take on Nevada. Now, it wasn't all that long ago that the Cowboys played in Reno, and that was a great game, went right down to the wire. But here you go, and I know you don't like to look ahead, but that's what's next year at home for the Cowboys.
Yeah, it's odd scheduling for our league, but they're doing the best they can with 11 teams, so it's a little odd that the first 3 weeks you would play a team twice and you wouldn't play a team until the last 3 weeks. Nonetheless, there'll be some familiarity. These two teams played each other, as you said, and hopefully there's a little sting. You know, we missed that shot with 4 seconds to play to win it, and hopefully that sting will remain not only in our players' minds, but in our fans as well.
Yeah, so 2 very big games, conference matchups for the Cowboys. They'll take on Air Force in Colorado Springs on Wednesday night, and then right back here on Saturday in the Arena Auditorium against Nevada. Well, that's going to do it for us. Come back next time when we'll have a little conversation with the coach and a couple of assistants and a player interview right here on the Larry Shyatt Show, all presented by Union Wireless. For the coach, I'm Dave Walsh. So long, everybody.